Dear friends, may the peace, the joy, and the embrace of God be with every one of you. Today we talk about radiating holiness, a life that not only is well lived, a life of righteousness, a life of integrity, but a life that is shared with others so that we turn the light on to the people around us. And we're going to read today in Ephesians chapter 5. I want to invite you, if you're not in one of our small groups, daily groups online, I'm going to leave a link under this video so you can connect with us. And believe me, we have many groups and you can be part of them, and I hope you can join us. The power, the secret of these groups is that they meet daily. So on a daily basis, we have fellowship and encouragement in the things of God. Ephesians chapter 5, from the New Living Translation. Here, I'm going to share the different actions or practices to cultivate and share a holy life. Not only to live a holy life, but to share a life of holiness with others. Ephesians 5. Number one, the practice number one is this: act like God acts. Some of you might say, this is presumptuous, this is too much. No, this is a principle to live in righteousness. It says, Ephesians 5:1, imitate God, therefore, in everything you do, because you are His dear children. Friends, in every decision, in every reaction, in every temptation, the key is to imitate God. How do we do that? It says, live a life filled with love, following the example of Christ. It's very simple. If we lose love, we lose holiness. But if we live a life of giving, self-giving and love, then we are in the right track in holiness. Another principle, another practice that we need on a daily basis to live and communicate holiness to others is this. Number two, exchange greed for gratitude. Friends, doesn't it catch our attention the fact that many times in the Bible the words immorality, impurity, and greed go together? I always associated greed with financial greed, the love of money. But apparently, greed is a sin that is root to many other sins, and including sexual immorality and impurity. So here is the second principle: exchange greed for gratitude. Greed is desiring what we shouldn't have. Gratitude is giving thanks for what we have been given. A life of gratitude makes it easier to live in purity. Verse 3 says, let there be no sexual immorality, impurity, or greed among you. Such sins have no place among God's people. Obscene stories, foolish talk, and coarse jokes are not for you. Instead, let there be thankfulness to God. Notice, makes the contrast between a life of immorality, even impure talk, the contrast with thanksgiving. So I urge you, in every decision you make, put God first and exchange greed, which is the wrong desires, exchange it for a heart of gratitude. When we are frustrated, it's easier to fall in sin. When we are grateful for what the Lord already gave us, it's easier to grow in holiness. And finally, one more point, very important. Respect the severity of God. Someone said, and at first when I heard that, I was kind of offended. It was like too strong. They said, God is dangerous. I said, what? But when you think about it, can we compare God with the power of the ocean? The ocean is beautiful. The ocean is good. But the ocean can be dangerous. If we don't respect the sea, the ocean, we may end up drowning. And so respect the severity of God. God is a God of love, but also a God of justice. Now, some of you may say, Once saved, always saved, right? Yes, of course. If you don't trample on the blood of Jesus Christ that cleanses you and will continue to cleanse you. Read Hebrews 10:29 and you will realize the warning. Yes, salvation is forever unless we choose to turn our backs against the cross of Jesus Christ. Then there is no more chance. Then we reject the only way of salvation. So respect the severity of God. In other words, fear God with reverent fear. Friends, I hope these principles are helpful to you. And I will tell you, we are sharing this week all of these 7 practices that we need to live a life of holiness and to share it with others. It's so good when the Christian, let me give you an example. I wasn't sure I was going to use this but whatever, I'm a little shy sometimes, but I'm going to use it. Some Christians, they do have their salvation, they do have the batteries charged, they have what the Lord gave them, but they don't share it. Now, the Lord is asking you to be bold and turn the light on in your life. In other words, don't be ashamed of your testimony. This is like a new Christian that starts sharing Christ with others. And as the new Christian grows in these principles, in these practices of holiness, then the light gets a little bit stronger and yet stronger. Yes, and it's the same thing is with our Christian life. The more we have of God, and the more we share it with others, the stronger it becomes in our lives. So may the Lord bless you, keep strong, and be sure to join one of our groups. Also, we need your help because we want to embrace this broken world with the power of prayer. And you can come and help us by praying with us every day of our lives. God bless you, keep strong. I will leave the link under this video for the groups and for other helpful resources. God bless you.